over there. I see that it's closed.
Oh, it's closed?
Well, it's closed.
We're locked in.
Let me ask.
So we're locked out?
If you spend some time looking at the city of Merida Yucatan on a map, you'll discover a walled-off section of Centro that looks like a mini colorful city. Look a little bit closer and you'll realize that this place is full of life, but ironically is meant to house the dead. It felt important to explore this vibrant place, to better understand this beautiful city, and uncover the stories that it holds.
Voila.
Wow.
Welcome to the cemetery of Merida. Este es el cementerio. There are many tombs, funerary monuments, no? Dedicated not only for individuals, for entire families, the rich families of Yucatan, and the rich families of Merida. And as well, funerary tombs very ornate for workers, yes, for many industries and activities. This is one of the oldest cemeteries in Mexico, 1821 it was inaugurated. But the project dates back, no, since the colonial times. For many, many years, it was administered by the church. But nowadays, it's run by the Ayuntamiento de Merida, yes, by the city hall. There are many types of architecture.
I see.
Yes, so this is the so-called Neo-Mayan style.
Neo-Mayan, okay.
You can find more examples of Neo-Mayan style in the Park of Los Americas. You are able to see some figurines that recalls Kukulkan or the feather serpent, or Chag, the god of water. And there are many examples of the Gothic style in Yucatan, because it was because of these families who wanted to promote these European traditions.
Wow.
Yes, in that moment. So this is a family, Faustino Escalante. It was finished in 1918. And just to mention, talking about in architecture, this is the only example of the so-called Neo-Egyptian style.
Oh, wait.
Yes. And this is a new style. Not only is neoclassic, it's only neo-Gothic, but it's Art Nouveau style, or it's combined with sometimes Art Deco or Neo-Mayan style. But this is and the letter C is from Cázares.
Cázares, okay.
That is another important Yucatecan family. The Zavala family, they have a couple of houses in Paseo Montejo that nowadays they call Las Casas Gemelas, so the twin houses. Okay. So this very, very well preserved, this mausoleum of the Zavala family. The Medina Rodriguez family is one of the oldest mausoleums that you can find. Actually, it's very hard to find mausoleums from 19th century. Look at this. This is considered one of the best sculptures, if not the best.
Oh, wow.
Of marble sculpture, although it's just a replica of the one that you can find in Florence, Italy.
Yo pudiera asesinar tu orgullo.
In order to truly appreciate the rich history here in the Yucatan, you need to know the love story that captured the hearts of the entire region, Alma Reed and Felipe Carrillo Puerto. Their passionate and tragic relationship is woven into the very fabric of the Yucatan's revolutionary past.
So this cinerary just contained the ashes of this lady, Alma Reed. Alma Reed was not an historian, she was a journalist from California. In the early 20th century. She traveled to Mexico because she was sent by New York Times in order to investigate more about the Mayan culture. Felipe Carrillo Puerto, that was the governor of Yucatan in that moment, knew about that. And that's why, in order to promote Yucatan and its history, he took Alma Reed to different archaeological sites. And the same governor of Yucatan was like the tour guide of this lady. But over time, they got along, they shared the same ideas because she fought for the social rights of Latino people in the United States, for example. So they feel empathy, and at the end, they fell in love, So it is a love story of Alma Reed and Felipe Carrillo Puerto. Well, difficult times in the history of Mexico, because in that moment was the Mexican Revolution, or the last years in 1920s, and Felipe Carrillo got killed by one of these factions of the Mexican Revolution. They promised to be together, to get married, but nothing happens. No, maybe they are together now. No,
Sure.
afterlife. We don't know,
Absolutely right.
because the last will of Alma Reed was, I want to be buried or to have my remains next to Carrillo Puerto, please. Maybe you are wondering, where is Felipe Carrillo
must be
Puerto? That
close
was
by.
the governor of Yucatan, yes?
He has to be close. Right
Over
there. Wow.
Yes, there you go. This is right in the center. You can read
I
Felipe
see.
Carrillo Puerto.
Yeah, that's big.
There's no way to get lost. The mausoleum of the illustrious people of Yucatan. He was a governor of Yucatan from 1922 up to 1924. He was killed in this very space over there. Where is that wall?
Wow.
Because of a firing squad. It was an injustice in that moment, no? Because, many businessmen, many bad people, the politicians, they wanted to get rid of Felipe Carrillo Puerto because he was defending the rights of the Mayan people. Yes,
Wow.
the Mayan people were traded as slaves, yes, by many
sure.
owners of haciendas. They wanted to liberate them, and they wanted to give them more rights and distribute lands to them.
Wow.
And that's why he got killed, because there are social measures, from that moment.
But Felipe Carrillo Puerto is not the only influential person in the area. Did you know that the original rope workers in Yucatan were the backbone of an industry that changed the region and the world forever? These hardworking men and women were responsible for turning henequen, a plant related to agave, into some of the toughest ropes in the world. Their efforts not only powered the local economy, but also sparked the rise of labor unions that fought for fairer conditions.
There were many associations, many unions of the workers of henequen.
So the union would pay for this?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. So they collect some money annually, yearly, to build this monument and to pay for the funerary service of each member of this union.
Okay.
Well, it's maybe difficult to go. Be careful
Okay.
if you want to.
I see.
You want to explore a little bit. Everything is related with the production of ropes. Even the
Oh, I see
crowds
that.
are
Yeah,
ropes.
The Yucatan is also home to its own genre of music called Trova Yucateca. It blends indigenous, European, and Caribbean elements to create its own unique soulful vibe.
And this is the founders, the three founders. Augusto Cárdenas Pinelo, that was called Guti, the nickname. Ricardo Palmerin and
Guti.
José Domínguez Saldívar, Pepe Saldívar. They were the creators of the Yucatecan Trova, that is a genre that is sounds very romantic. And in the case of this man, Guti, yes, Augusto Cárdenas Pinelo, he was one of the first musicians who recorded some albums in Mexico. And of course in Mexico there were few of these studios, but in United States. And he was able to tour in United States. He was about to play with some jazz musician in United States.
Wow.
But he died when he was very, very young. His 20s, He was like 20, 25, 24
That is
when
very
he
young.
died. It was an accident. He was in a bar, in Mexico
Really?
City. And in that moment, everyone were able to have a gun, have a
Really?
knife,
Right.
And they were violence,
Si yo pudiera asesinar tu orgullo, si yo pudiera asesinar mi hastío, fuera mi corazón mucho más tuyo, fuera tu corazón mucho más mío. Refinada en amor y en los placeres, prendes nueva inquietud en mi sendero. A pesar de tu orgullo, tú me quieres. y a pesar de mi hastío yo te quiero.
This character, no, that is like a freestyle of a grandma. That
see.
you see at your right hand side. Yes, you know, the grandma, the mother. Are the figures that are the glue of this family. Las abuelas. In Yucatecan, that is a word that comes from the Maya, is the chichi. And sometimes it's difficult, to be honest, to find again, you know, the same tone, no. For example, that one of the grandma, yes, I always remember, no.
Yeah.
That figure. This one. Do you see that on your left-hand side? The Chinese characters.
Oh, wow, you're right.
Chinese characters, and it looks like a.
Oh, I don't know if
Jesus
they are
statue
Chinese or Korean.
Yeah.
But it's Enrique Ley. In Spanish it's Low, but maybe in Chinese it's different. Ley.
Yeah, Lei.
Lei.
Maybe.
There are
Yeah,
some
at some
spooky
point.
stories as well. no?
Okay.
People from that they see, you know, some presences, no, in a certain trees, you know, because it was a man, and that was a real story, that he practiced suicide, no, and he hanged himself, no, using some of these trees. They say that sometimes the people, the caretakers, they have reported that, no.
Got you.
And there are some people who have worked here and never have seen any of this. No?
Got you.
Or they say that a little girl is crossing that avenue, the main one, because he was hit by a car, in 1960s or 1970s. You can see, a girl with that fashion, from 1960s. That is running the street.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's closed over there. I see that it's closed.
Oh, it's closed.
Well, it's closed.
We're
but
locked in.
Let me ask, because there is the administration is over there. Let me ask them.
This video is gonna get interesting. Let's
Yeah.
stay the night here now.
Spend the night here. No. Buenas tardes. Buenas tardes. Buenas tardes. Hola, buenas tardes. No, nobody's here.
Oh.
No se preocupen, vamos a encontrar la otra salida,
Okay.
pero por allá. Hola. Here is another part of the administration. Hola. ¿Hay alguien? Hola. Buenas tardes. Okay, let me see if the other side.
Okay.
The caretakers.
Okay.
Hola.
Just as we split up to search for someone, a worker suddenly appeared, saying he was the last one left and that he was about to leave. So I rushed to the back and tried to find Iván, because he was deep in the cemetery trying to find help for us to get out.
Voy a traer. Iván. So we're locked out, but we found somebody.
Hola. Sí, perdón. Perdón, es que
Oh, there he is.
estábamos explorando. Well, it was part of the experience.
I know, for sure.
Y usted ya se va, ¿no? También. Ya nada. Bueno, muchas gracias.
Gracias.
Really, the situation wasn't as dramatic as I probably made it for YouTube, but I was really glad Iván was there, or I probably would have freaked out a little bit. If you're heading to Merida and you want to take a bike tour, you can find his link below in the description. He can give you a tour of not only the cemetery, but take you around the city as well. If you like biking around with me, check out my video next where we explore some neighborhoods here and see another side of Merida. See you in the next one.